That being said, I left Boston at around like 19 or 20 years old, moved to New York that's where I finished school. I went to St. John's University and studied business management. But I studied as a dancer kind of on the side of that. And a few years in, I was able to pursue a career as a professional dancer. But it was very, very, very hard figuring out what to do. Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning. It's December in LA. I'm all decked out in my one piece today. Not because it's cold, more so because I look a hot mess under here. I'm up because I've just been feeling really inspired lately. There's a bunch of new projects that I want to work on in 2018. They just include kind of extending brands that I've already launched in the past year or two. One being David George & Co., which is the mother of my creative agency, which is what I'm going to launch all of my business ventures kind of out of. I officially registered David George and became an LLC back in October, so I've been very, very, very proud of that. And I've just been focusing a lot of my efforts over the past couple of months in building who my team is going to be. I definitely would say the team is probably what the lesson of the year for me. I used to be the type of person that just kind of felt like I had to, in order for things to get done right, I had to do it all myself. And you know, as time went on, as my projects became more demanding, as my schedule became more demanding, I realized that I really need help. You know, I really need people that believe in my vision, people out here with different eyes and perspectives and different skills to kind of help my projects be the best that they can be. So that leads me to why I'm up this morning. I'm on Craigslist, and I can't remember my password, so I'm about to reset it. I'm on Craigslist because I'm about to put out a few ads this morning, just because I need more people on my team. I'm not quite there yet. I have a few people that I've worked with this year on a few different things, but I'm just not quite there yet with having that dependable team that I know is always prepared and ready to go when, you know, shoots and projects come up. So specifically right now, I have an online resource, online publication called The Creators Club. And what The Creators Club is it's basically a network I'm building for creative professionals to be able to go to it. Right now it's a website. It's accessthecreatorsclub.com. And it's a resource and a network for creative professionals to be able to go to and find answers and kind of figure out how to navigate through this industry. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that can relate, but I came from a town where there weren't a lot of resources that would really help you, prepare you to be a part of the entertainment industry. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, but it's not a great city to try to pursue a career in entertainment. There's a lot of great training there, especially for like concert dancers. But other than that, there's just not much else. So that being said, I left Boston at around like 19 or 20 years old. Moved to New York, that's where I finished school. I went to St. John's University and studied business management. But I studied as a dancer kind of on the side of that. And a few years in, I was able to pursue a career as a professional dancer. But it was very, very, very hard figuring out what to do. I think in general, anyone that goes into business for themselves, because ideally that's what it is, there's no corporate structure. You know, when you're in the corporate world, there's someone to be able to tell you, okay, do this for X amount of months or X amount of years, and then you'll get to this level, and then you do this and you get to that level, and talk to this person, network with these people. You get proper support to kind of tell you how you're doing. That way you can be better at it and progress from there. When you pursue a career as an artist or a creative person, there is none of that. There's no structure. There's no one telling you what to do. So basically, the Creators Club, it's still a work in progress, but it's ultimately my vision. My goal is for it to be a resource to kind of tell you those answers, to tell you where to go to find certain resources, to tell you where people in your industry are so that you can network with them, something to make you more business savvy, to make you more tech savvy. You know, just things as simple as writing an email. You know what I mean? I do meet a lot of people, unfortunately, that don't really know how to make a captivating email, how to really make sure that the caption is what's going to make them open the email, making sure that the body's not too long, and that sometimes you want to put an action step in there, something that's going to make the person you're sending it to reply. Just professionalism 101. There's a lot of There's a lot of information on branding and image development, which I kind of work one-on-one with people personally, just with developing their image and their brand and making sure that they know that that is important, unfortunately. I mean, I won't say unfortunately, it's not unfortunate. We should want to look great and be our best at all times, so yes, those are important. So again, it's almost like my own Facebook for creative professionals to be able to find answers, because it's really hard when you just, especially people in my shoes that move to a new city where you don't know anyone, you don't know anything, and you're just trying to figure it out. And I feel like a lot of the content and information that I'm trying to get up there are things that I wish I knew early on in my career, and that totally would have cut out a lot of years of wasted time in making decisions that I didn't need to make, in working jobs that just were not in line with what my vision for my life was, with, you know, wasting time on people and just doing things that just didn't really benefit me, you know what I mean? And it's because I just didn't know any better. So access to creatorsclub.com is the website, and so that's what I'm working on. So as far as what I'm looking for, we started Creators Club. We launched Creators Club as a digital resource back in June. I released it on my birthday on June 10th. That's when the first issue came out, and I spent the past 6 months, I released a new story every month. And basically what the stories are is I find a candidate, I find artists, a creative professional within my network, because right now it's pretty much all I have access to. And what I did was, we sit down and we do one-on-one interviews, and the way that I pick these people is I kind of look closely at not necessarily like who's the most successful or who's the most popular or who's the most followed on social media. I look at people that I feel like have different traits and different qualities about them, you know, separate from their talent, and maybe talent included, that I feel like people can really learn from, and individuals like myself can really identify with. And to be more specific, so the past issue that I did, we just released it yesterday for December. The person on the cover is a good friend of mine. His name is Max Goodrich, and he's one of the film directors that works on my team with Rudy Mancuso, as well as some of the other creators, Lele Pond and Roger Bowie and a few others. And what I really admire about his work is that not only is what he does as a filmmaker great for these creators, but as an individual, he makes sure that he always has fun when he's doing what he does. And I think that that's the true definition of loving what you do, when it doesn't feel like work, when you don't let pressure kind of diminish you from enjoying the fact that you are doing what you love. And I love that no matter what, we sometimes are at like the closest deadlines, and we shoot for 17 hours, and we just have really busy weeks, and at the end of the day, this kid always remembers to have fun. And when I say I do these stories so that artists like myself and all around the world can read these articles and read these interviews and see something in themselves, is that even that alone has inspired me and told me and has showed me that, you know, you gotta have fun no matter what. Like, sometimes I could become a workaholic and I can do things that take up my entire day, and at the end of the day I'm like, crap, you know, it's 10 o'clock and I don't even have any time to like do anything for myself. So I just kind of, through meeting Max, I really learned the importance of making sure that you're having fun with what you're doing, and you can't take life too serious. We only get one, and the last thing you want to do is say that all you did was work and be so serious that you didn't have any fun. So that was a not great example, but that is the point. The point is to inspire other artists through artists, and for them to really be able to identify things within themselves that they can use to their advantage, different success factors that they can use within themselves to make themselves successful, and just kind of keep growing from there. So in the new year, I'm looking to bring the Creators Club to the YouTube space. So as I mentioned before, right now we've only been writing the interviews. I've been writing the interviews out for people to read, but I'm kind of realizing that print and text is a little dead, and we are moving more and more into this digital world as the years go on. So I definitely want to bring Creators Club to the YouTube space, and I want to make these interviews available in video and audio, because that way people can watch them on lunch breaks, people can listen to them in their car. It just makes me accessible to more people versus people that don't really have time to sit down and read. I definitely think that as a creative professional, I realize that even myself, I'm always on the go, and I can't sit down and read all the time. Like, I have 2 new books that I bought probably like 4 months ago that I haven't even started reading yet because I don't have the time to really sit down and read. So I just want to make those interviews and that content available via video. That way it can be shared, it can be on Facebook, it can be on Instagram, and again, overall just more widely available. So I'm looking to do that. I want to start documenting the photo shoots for the covers. I think that's a really cool part of the process for me, is that I get to help these people transform themselves from the inside out. It starts with a conversation and me kind of learning about them and learning about their brand and where they want to go and what they want to take it. So from there, we undergo just a little bit of an image development stage. It's not about making people who they're not. I definitely keep it authentic to them, but I think my goal is that I find a lot of artists don't take themselves serious as professionals in the industry. They only want to exist amongst other people like them. Dancers want to hang with dancers. Choreographers want to hang with choreographers. Photographers want to hang with photographers. And I want all creative professionals to feel like they're just as good as the CEOs that they're trying to meet and the directors that they're on set with. And you see what I'm saying? Just people that are, you know, on different ladders. You are a brand, and you are just as important as those different pieces that are on the production that you're working on or in the room that you're in. So that's the goal. So again, we go through this little image development process where I just kind of make them see themselves in a more professional manner, and we still keep it fun, we still keep it colorful, we still keep it creative, but we just take it up a notch. And when the creatives that I'm working with see their photos back, you know, their reactions are honestly priceless. They just see themselves in a different light, and I think that that's where the change truly starts. It's when they can see themselves as that CEO, as that owner of a brand, as that business person that maybe travels the world and does work. That's when they start seeing it as a possibility. And I think as a whole, my goal is to put more possibility into the world. Without getting too much into it today, you know, where I come from, a lot of the kids don't feel like they can do things outside of the city of Boston. Everybody just kind of goes through the motions. We graduate high school, if that. We go to college, maybe. There's a community college out there that everybody just kind of goes to and takes classes, and then they go out into the world and they hope for the best. And I really want to inspire people that if you have a dream to be an artist, if you have a dream to work in entertainment, if you have a dream to be a creative professional in Hollywood, in New York City, in London, wherever, you can do that. But it starts with you knowing that it's possible first. So at the end of the day, that's what the Creators Club is about. We're moving into YouTube in 2018, and we want to reach more people. And I just hope that you guys are ready to go on this journey with me, because I am not stopping. I want an army of people behind me. I want a huge network of creative people that just know that possibility is out there, that want to dream bigger, that want to move into entrepreneurship, that want to own their brands, that just want to really put change and interesting ideas and innovation into the world. So I gotta get to this, that way I can build this great team that I'm talking about. Later today I have a meeting with a friend of mine back from New York who's from Jersey. His name is Anthony, who's hopefully going to be partnering with me on some of this visual content that I really want to make great for you guys. And it's something that I've been working on developing for like almost a year, but I'm the type of person that I do things when it's ready, and it hasn't been ready yet. And I think that this year for me has just been about building and kind of really figuring out where I want this site to go. And now that I feel like I have a great idea, I'm ready for the next step. So I'm definitely going to be launching these interviews in January via YouTube, as well as the Instagram, which is Access the Creators Club, at Access the Creators Club on Instagram. Again, we're very, very light. We're new. We have about like 200 followers, but I believe and we will get there. And yeah, so that interview later is going to be in North Hollywood with Anthony. I will definitely let you guys know how that goes, and we'll keep you updated on the Creators Club and us moving into YouTube. So stay tuned for that.